marks now on my tan. That's cool. It's whatever. I'm exhausted. Not quite the way I wanted to spend my time after a show. But here we are. I'm just grateful to be feeling better. That was rough. I'll update more on kind of what happened later. But we rested today. It's Monday. 2 days post-show. And we just rested, so. Alright guys, so the update. I don't honestly remember how much I have updated so far, but as you heard, or seen, I was a wreck a couple days ago. Yeah. So I obviously, as you can probably tell, I'm feeling 100 times better. Holy smokes, I feel completely back to normal. So basically what happened was I just really overdid my post-show meal. Saturday night, the meal right after show, I was fine. You know, I had my pasta, I went back to the hotel room, I ate my candy, my chocolates, and I was okay, I was fine. But Sunday, I just kind of kept snacking, kept eating a lot of junk. I actually had no real meal because I was doing so much snacking on just junk, and I'm talking more candy, ice cream, just chips, like, I don't even remember what else. It was just a bunch of junk, literally, and too much of it. And literally, towards the end of the night, I just started getting some pretty scary symptoms. At first, like, it was like my body was like super heavy. Like, I literally felt like my body was 2,000 pounds. Like, I could barely move. My stomach was scary swollen. And I'll throw in some pictures that I got, which actually they were pictures when we got back from the hospital, and the swelling actually had gone down. So those pictures I got were it being better. It was very distended. Yeah, and I was having issues digestion-wise. So it was a mess. So literally I felt like my body was 2,000 pounds. I just couldn't move. I started getting extremely dizzy. I went and laid down and I started feeling extremely nauseous, like I was gonna vomit. Everything was just like a blur. I started having this like confusion. It was really, really weird. And then I started getting this heaviness in my chest, and this is where I started to get a little nervous, because I started feeling this heaviness in my chest, and then I was realizing I was having issues breathing. Like, I was struggling to get breath. And then Jake took me to the hospital. Like, this is, yeah, I was freaking out a little bit. So we went in. Hey, I started making him nervous, and this was like, oh my gosh, I want to say it was like 10 o'clock at night that this was all happening. We just got the kids to bed, and they had school the next day, and luckily we tried calling one of my sisters, but you know, her husband was at work and she has 4 kids, and so we was like, well, I was getting really worried, like the fact that I was really struggling to breathe. So I was like, Jake, just call my other sister. So he called my other sister, and luckily she was able to come over and just kind of sit in the house. The kids were sleeping, just so someone was here, obviously. And so I was so happy that she was able to come. Luckily, they only live like 10 minutes away. And so she was able to kind of get over here so we could just leave. And every time I stood up, my legs felt like they were gonna give out and I was gonna pass out. It was really scary. I was honestly laying in the bed thinking I was dying. That's what I felt like, my body. And like, I would start like passing out, and I was so exhausted. So the whole thing was actually really, really scary. And I just kept feeling like I was dying, like my body was shutting down. That's what I felt like. It was like, okay, I just want to be, I'd rather be safe than sorry. Like, I need to get checked out. So once we got to the hospital, of course, I had to wait a little bit, and I could tell my body was starting to recover by the time we got there. Like, I was just drained, mentally, emotionally, physically, on all levels. I was just completely drained. And I'm just sitting there, and you know, finally we get back in the thing, and they, you know, did the EKG, I believe it is. So I have all these lovely sticker marks on my tan now that I'm gonna be rocking. That just to check, you know, all that, everything was good there. They checked, you know, my blood work, and my levels were looking good. Like I said, like, you know, they think, you know, my body was already starting to recover by the time I got to the hospital. They gave me fluids, and immediately I started noticing, because I was completely zapped for energy, but they were getting me fluids because I was dehydrated as well, actually, obviously. And once the fluids were about like gone, I was like noticing, I was like, whoa, I actually had energy. Me and Jake were talking, because I could just barely talk. Like, I was so zapped. And then all of a sudden I started noticing like I was actually having a conversation, and I was coherent, and sure enough, you know, the fluids were completely gone. So yeah, that's the gist of it. So for all you competitors out there and you weren't aware of this thing called refeeding syndrome, it's a real thing. So be careful from going to like a lower carbs and, you know, extreme kind of dieting to going crazy on the food, because apparently it can affect you in this way, and it can actually be very, very dangerous. I was actually not aware of this, you know, we learned. So now I know, and now I will be sure to be very careful on my post-show meals. So that's the story, but luckily my body, I feel like, is completely recovered, because I feel pretty much 100% back to normal. I feel really great. So this is what, 3 days post-show. So tomorrow I'm getting back in the gym finally, since Thursday, and we'll be back to work. But just, you know, obviously taking it easy, just what you need. Daddy went and got that. He thinks he needs it. Anyway, yes, so we are back to feeling good. So grateful, so grateful for my health. Yeah, but I think that's the gist of it. I feel like there's more to say, and if I think of anything else, I will be back on to share. But for now, we're just resting, chilling, you know, taking it easy, and then yeah. What's up, guys? It is Wednesday, 4 days post-show, and I am back at the gym. I am feeling so much better. So I'm just gonna close out this vlog. It's been crazy, but we're good. We're back on track. Yeah, I'm just grateful to be feeling good. So time to get back to work. I will be doing another video separately from this to kind of share the what's next. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, if there's anything that you guys want to see, you know, moving forward from me, any type of content that I can create for you guys, leave a comment and let me know. Maybe give me some ideas of something I can do. But yeah, I would appreciate it, and I appreciate all of you for taking the time to watch. So it really means a lot to me to have all the support. So wow, this has just been a crazy journey, but it's time to get back to work. I'll be back to share the next plan of action. Go girls! Yeah! Come on, Tone, let's see you. Oh, my arm! Just show the push-ups, bud.